Hello, I am Robert Weir. I am a makeup artist in Toronto, represented by Cadre Artists. I try to find an industry that would support my natural talents, the things that I was good at. I was a creative, fun-loving, fashion-loving, twirling little boy. And I'm like, where can I go where this will make sense? And I decided, let's do fashion arts. Let's see. Maybe I'll do wardrobe, maybe I'll do something I wasn't quite sure. And when I left school, I was actually a wardrobe stylist. It's what I did for the first year. As a wardrobe stylist, I was relying on the resources that I could find. I couldn't create things out of the blue. And so I switched to makeup. You always want to keep it fresh and find inspiration all the time, wherever you can, so that you can continue to love what you do. But I also find inspiration from history. I find inspiration from things in nature. Sometimes I see an animal or a piece of fabric, and I'm like, oh wow, I love the reflection on that, or I love the texture. Maybe I can incorporate this into an editorial look. So I think inspiration is endless, but the nature of beauty and fashion is that it always evolves. But the makeup that I'm doing now isn't the makeup that I did 5 years ago, and it won't be the makeup that I do 15 years from now.
Tell us about this image.
Oh, wow. So, this was a wild time in the world because we were shut down for COVID for a while. And during the height of all of that, the Black Lives Matter movement started. It was a great opportunity to stand up for people who look like me, who come from the same places as me, and to be seen and to be heard. Chatelaine magazine reached out to me, and they wanted to do a powerful cover, fist in the air, afro on the head, and with the host of City Line, Tracy Moore, as our cover model. We were so enthused. We felt so seen. We wanted to make a message. It was the first time I worked with a team that was all Black people. That had never happened before. We created a moment. I think we created a great moment where hopefully little Black girls, little Black boys could see themselves on the cover of Chatelaine, not with a knee on their neck, but looking beautiful and powerful and saying Black Lives Matter. CMU reached out to me and they said they needed help. And I was happy to be appointed onto their advisory board to help them work on their diversity and inclusivity. So CMU will call me from time to time and ask for my help on specific projects, and it's great. I get to help shape the way people learn, but I'm also work on their scholarship, which is for BIPOC students, which for me is probably the greatest thing I've ever done in my career, is allowing people who don't have the privilege of money, who have the hurdle of race and how it's perceived in our society, get a leg up and get in and start working, and knowing that the first ones have graduated and are out in the industry and doing their thing, these future makeup artists who are changing things. Oh my God. So this is a really fun moment. Sometimes life comes full circle. I had worked at Holt Renfrew for 7 years at the makeup counter, selling lipsticks, selling powders, doing the daily grind. And I had left and I had gone freelance as a makeup artist. And lo and behold, the phone rings and they asked if I wanted to appear in their campaign, not doing makeup, but actually as one of the people they wanted to feature. And it was great. In the very, very beginning, in the dinosaur era, in the Jurassic era of my career, I actually started doing some commercial modeling. I was never tall enough to be male model of the universe. Surprise, surprise. But it was great because it actually gave me the experience to see what it's like to feel being in front of the camera. And I have so much respect for models. But then as my career has grown, I've had so many fun opportunities to take my knowledge from behind the camera to kind of in front of it and on paper. I worked as a beauty editor for a self-published magazine called Plaid. I also got to work on the show City Line. It was a crazy time. It was during the pandemic, and I had to set up my own camera. I had to do my own sound, and I did these makeup tips for people, and it was a nice distraction. It was during the pandemic. You know, people were at home, kind of feeling low. And I could just like jump into their living room and give them a little bit of beauty advice and, you know, take their minds off of things for a moment.
It's true that you've been a stylist and a makeup artist and model, so you've all the roles.
I haven't been a photographer yet, so I'm gonna steal this camera and work on some projects and I'll get right back to you.